About today in the meeting which we had. In meeting we talked about the examination which we are going to start, and we asked you to be alert on your toes so that you can stop any unfair means, isn't it? So unfair means it's like we should not ask the students to cheat, isn't it? So it's part of value actually, value and ethics. So there's a difference between ethics and values. So what is the difference? That's the question. We have heard about these two terms. So we'll have this session interactive also. Okay, so I'll keep on asking something and you keep replying. You can ask something like that. So it will be interactive and we want that you should participate in this. So it will become interesting. Okay. So can you tell me what's the difference? What do you think between ethics and values? Values, let's start with values first, because values generally we talk a lot about this. We keep on saying that students do not have values nowadays, they used to have in olden days. Isn't it? So just let me know what do you mean by values?
Values is a manners.
Manners.
So these are the general understanding that we get from society.
Right. So values we pick up from society. He's right, absolutely right. Etiquette, manners, these are values actually, obviously, right? So values are generally something very basic actually, basic beliefs we can say, basic beliefs that motivate us to take action, isn't it? Basic beliefs or fundamental beliefs. Fundamental means which is rooted ones. Like for example, we are told that when somebody comes at our home, then we should wish them, or we should say namaskar, something like that. So that is actually, it's as a value, isn't it? So that is like fundamental one. It's basic, it's rooted. It has been made by the society, maybe by the custom, tradition. So it is being made. So that's the value actually. And ethics, what do you mean by ethics?
Right thing to do.
Moral
principles. Okay. So values means sanskar, you mean to say, and siddhant. Okay. So according to Mr. Santosh, it is siddhant and sanskar. Okay. Ethics means siddhant. He is right. Okay, that means set of principles. So what is right or wrong? That one we have to decide what is right or wrong. So ethics actually are the choices which the people make and the action they take. Or the choices the people make and then the action they take. So like choices you can make for certain things, isn't it? For example, can anybody give an example of this ethics?
एथिक्स में जैसे राजा हरिश्चंद्र थे तो वो बोलते थे कि सत्य के रास्ते पे ही चलना, तो उनका सिद्धांत था कि मुझे सत्य के रास्ते पे ही चलना चाहे जितनी मुश्किल हो.
Exactly, that's perfect. So, and suppose had they been in place of Harishchandra, maybe Lawrence Bishnoi, so it will be different, right? It will be on the contrary. So maybe that is a set of rules. For Lawrence Bishnoi, it is different. So ethics, it depends from person to person. It may vary. Okay, what are his ethics like that? Some people may think that what you are doing, you are right, but the other person may think that it's wrong, isn't it? So this ethics varies actually. So it's the choices people make, or if you're working in a school here, so the school makes certain ethical values. So that is done by the school actually. So ethics is created, and then by group of people also they can get together and they can frame some policy, ethical policy, like school has that we say. So it varies. Okay. So we'll go to the next slide. How to go about this way? We have to scroll. We'll move
Just
this way because here is this, isn't it?
sir, like this.
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay. So what is right or wrong? That one we have to decide actually. So we have to decide what is right or wrong. As I said, ethics may be for one person it may be right, one the other person it may be wrong also, right? So that one decision is up to the person. Individually, one can decide what is right, what is wrong. It depends on the person. For one person it may be right, for the other person it may be wrong, isn't it?
No, sir. Like this.
Yeah.
Right. Sir, बीच से करना है. Yes. Sir.
So somebody said that, one of you said that it depends on our society actually. There's a lot of ethics, values, it's based societal stuff these are actually. It depends on society. And there are a lot of, what do you call, factors which influence ethics and values. What are those? Let's see it. One is like culture, religion, tradition, they affect. So all these make ethics, finally. Morals and values also, isn't it? So it depends, like in religion if you talk about, in our religion, in Hinduism if you talk about, then we say that we should worship this way. But in other religions, Islam if you take it, then they say we should worship this way, isn't it? So it varies from, this based on this religion, tradition, custom, and societal norms. So these influence values and ethics, morals and values. Okay, and then there are some virtues. Virtues means righteousness. Okay, goodness. Virtues means goodness or righteousness. So what is good? Like good again, it has like it may be for some people it may be good, it may be bad. The same thing. Certain things are good for all, but the definition it changes from people to people, or based on the tradition again, religion also it's different. In some religion we say that we should not eat meat of cow, beef we should not eat. In other religions say we should eat, isn't it? So it varies. And all these things actually make ethics. So from here we start: culture, religion, tradition, morals and values, virtues, and rates, standards and policies. That means what standard we have formed, what policies are made by the association or the organization. So all these things sum up to ethics. And so next slide will be here. Okay, it has gone out of this. So this is the one actually. Double click? Triple click? So how many clicks? We want to click this one. It will take time. Okay. So we'll go into details now. We've already discussed something. We have discussed a little bit about introduction we have given you regarding ethics, values. Okay, so we'll go into now the details. So ethics, this has been derived from the Greek, ancient Greek word. It means ethikos, and which the meaning of that is ethos. And ethos means, you already know that, character or manners, which you already told us now, we do learn that manners and all this. So, and I think Mr. Santosh has pointed out that it's set of rules. Siddhant he said. So I think it's set of rules, and that defines right or wrong. Okay, this one we already discussed. And ethics is the way the values are acted out. So how the values are generally acted out, are done, the action is taken. Okay, so that it defines ethics. Rest you know about ethics. So we'll be going to the next slide. That is this one. And it's the, if you go in technically now, we're so technically a little bit, it's a branch of philosophy that deals with the principle of conduct of an individual or group. So this one we already discussed that it depends on the group, society, some set of people, and or a person also, individually also depends. So generally what happens that some questions like examples I have given here for ethics. So ethics, what is fair, what is just, what is the right thing to do in this situation. Okay, so for one person it may be fair, and like Lawrence Vishnoi, if you take example, then he can pick up his gun and shoot anybody anytime. Okay, whomever he likes, for example. So other person we won't do it this way. So we think that it is unethical. For him it will be ethical. So choices vary from person to person. So the question always remains that for ethics, what is right, what is wrong? It comes to your mind. Like suppose in examination time, whether you should sit during your duty time or not. So this again it may be a question inside you. Is it ethical or not to do that? Or it's unethical? So things like that, it's a kind of a conflict which generally remains in your mind. So it works as a guiding principle as to decide what is good or bad. And they are the standards which govern the life of a person. Ethics is also known as moral philosophy. Okay, so moral philosophy also. Moral means right or wrong. We talk about moral also now. What's morality? So morals, you already know that. So morals generally are influenced because of the society, values, cultural beliefs, religious beliefs. Okay, so these are because of that we can decide what is right or wrong. And they are the rules, standards made by the society or culture or tradition or maybe a religion, which is to be followed by us while deciding what is right. Now, what is right, what is wrong? Examples are there. We may tell the students do not, or to you also, do not cheat. We keep on telling that teachers are not cheaters, isn't it? Things like that. So, be loyal, be patient, always tell the truth, be generous. So these are all morals, which generally we advocate. We ask the students, or it depends on the, again, social, cultural and religious beliefs or values. Do not eat this, do not eat this or something, do not drink this. Sometimes we say, don't consume alcohol. So not consume alcohol may not be part of our culture, but in some culture it is there. Like if in Western culture, people once they turn up 16 or 16, they start consuming alcohol also. Like it's part of their culture, isn't it? So here it is not. Values, we have already talked about values. So values, what we have talked about, that this first we'll talk about the meaning of this one. So it has been taken from which word? French word, valeur, and it means worth, merit, or usefulness. Then values can be defined as the things that are important or valued by someone. So if it's important or not. There are certain things which may be important to you, may not be important. Okay, depends again. And a value is a belief on which a person acts by preference. So it may be preference, and but it is influenced by society, culture, tradition, this thing. As I said that one person who is from one particular community may follow certain things, but for other it will just follow opposite, maybe opposite. I give you example also about Hinduism and Islam is that way. So it will just see other way around also. So it depends on the preference. Okay, preference again depends on the which religion you belong to, which background you belong to, where you're from, all these things depends. And like some examples are here, like certain great personalities like Plato valued wisdom, Christ valued love, and Gandhi valued truth. Isn't it? Non-violence also, Gandhi valued non-violence. And on the other hand, if you talk about some other leaders who were there at the time of before the independence, so those people do not value non-violence. There are many other people, right? Isn't like Subhash Chandra Bose? He felt that better to be violent, aggressive. But Gandhiji and some other people, they felt that better to be calm, cool, and we can win the independence. So that was during that time. So it depends like what you value, what you do it. So it varies. Like in this example, if you see that Gandhi, and if you take about Subhash Chandra Bose, then there's a difference if you talk about the non-violence and violence, isn't it? Bhagat Singh is another example. Now, types of values we'll talk about. Types of values. Okay. So there are two types what I have mentioned here. One is terminal and the other one instrumental. Terminal means end. Okay, you already know that. Terminal means end. There are certain stations also, if you've heard about railway stations, they're called terminus. Terminus means that's the last one. So terminal values and instrumental values. Instrumental values you can achieve through instrumental values, terminal values. The end results you can achieve through instrumental values. So how to proceed to reach the end? That one you have to take step by step to go. That is instrumental. One step, the other step. So there are some examples also about these values. We'll talk about in the next slide. That is like terminal values is world peace. Okay? Happiness, all these things which you can see here. And there are instrumental values also. Now, if you want to reach to these values, you have to follow them. You have to take step by step, you have to go. Like suppose you want to be happy in life. So what you need to do for happiness? You need to be satisfied yourself. Satisfaction is to remain content. So that is your instrumental value. Isn't it? And you have to also have self-control. You have to have self-control to be happy. And if you want to, like if some leaders are world leaders, if you talk about Trump and all people, so they keep on, meeting together. There's a world peace meet. A lot of things are going on in the world, and they discuss what to do, how to go about it. So to achieve world peace, it's like one has to become honest for this. One has to follow the norms. We talk about disarmament. People, they have to get rid of the arms and weapons which they have made for the mass destruction. Isn't it? Like what do you call nuclear bombs. There was, a long time back, there was discussion also after the World War II to destroy all the arms, harmful arms and ammunition. So it's keep on happening every time. But people are not honest actually. The world leaders, they are not honest. Because of this, lot of conflicts are taking place, isn't it? Like we have, when you talk about these wars which are going on now, two wars are going, major wars are going on. One is between Hamas and Israel, and the other one is between Ukraine and Russia. So why it's going on? Because people are not honest, and they don't have like self-control. So because of this, there's enmity, ego problem. So a lot of things are there. Because of this, we cannot achieve world peace. So now, can you tell me? It's up to you. Tell me, how to achieve equality. What instrumental values are required to reach this terminal value? That is equality. Respect.
Intelligence.
Politeness.
Intelligence. Okay. Politeness. Politeness.
Open-mindedness.
Yes.
Open-mindedness.
Open-mindedness. Okay. Helping nature. Okay. So equality meaning I think all of you know that. Equality means in all spheres of life, equality. Like when we talk about equality here, that means gender equality we can talk about, isn't it? That means equal pay should be paid for the same amount of work which you are doing. When you talk about this, Australian cricket board, they have now they have started to pay equal wages to women cricketers and men cricketers. Yeah, recently they have done, I think 2-3 months before. You have read in newspaper also.
Yes.
So they have achieved that equality. Now, how was that achieved, that equality? Earlier it wasn't there. Even in Indian cricket board also there is no equality. They may have started recently, I'm not sure.
No.
So some discussion was but not done yet. Yes. So equality in gender equality will be there, social equality. It's a broad term, like a lot of those are from social science background. Mr. Asif is there, he knows exactly because he goes to the chapter. Nitesh Ma'am also, I think, in economics. So equality can be achieved. How can it be achieved? You have already told me a certain instrumental values we have just mentioned. So through that one we can do so. First thing is we have to understand. Understanding is the most important thing. Understanding, then being honest, sincere, open-minded, and then after that implementing. And once it is done, and it's the collective responsibility of everybody, then finally we can achieve equality. Okay, so we talked a lot about nature also now, because climate change and things like happening. People are meeting. This World Summit was there on climate change in Paris. Modi attended that, isn't it? So how to achieve this? How to make our nature again beautiful?
Sir, being responsible, sir. If
Being
you are
responsible,
and do not
Towards
do
nature.
these-
Being responsible towards nature.
Yes. Okay.
Planting more and more trees, stop deforestation, and those things improve the environment.
Yes. Right. So there are that those are like instrumental steps as you have just enumerated. So through that one we can do so. In India recently, one person came. He is a billionaire from US. He came to Bombay only, Mumbai only, and I think you know that you've heard about him, Brian Johnson. Have you heard about him, Brian Johnson? No. Brian Johnson, he wants to reverse aging actually. He's 47 years old. He wants to reverse aging. He believes that the people should not die. And on T-shirt he mentions that never die. Always he carries that. And he takes a lot of supplements also. There's a team of doctors actually to look after him. And so he has done a lot of things also. He's undergone some plasma surgery also, I believe. So that he would experiment himself that, he wants that people should not die. That is like main aim. And he's spending a lot of money. Billions of dollars he spends every month. Just to see that. So when he came to India and he told that Indians, Indian government should not spend money on cancer or some other fatal diseases, but they should spend money on controlling pollution. Because when he came to Bombay, he found that it was completely polluted, and the place he was staying in US, that was very less polluted. So he's told this way. That was his statement.
Yes, sir.
And he insulted India also because of its pollution level. Delhi is the most polluted city in the world, number one polluted city in the world. Yes, you were also saying.
Sir, Dharavi is the biggest slum in India. That is in Asia.
Which one?
Dharavi, sir, in Mumbai.
Yes. During COVID time also, like doctors they were chased by the people there. Yes. They didn't want the doctors to enter that slum area. Okay, so pollution we have to stop. One is that. So for that one, some measures are to be taken. That we can make our nature beautiful. Climate change is a major concern now of the global world, isn't it? So this also we have to take care of. So there are a lot of weeds are there, but nothing is working. Why? Because the people are not honest, they're dishonest people. So honesty is required for this, sincerity is required, and
Correct.
people are selfish also.
Courage also.
Courage is also required, yes. So self-control is required. So courage is also a part of this instrumental values. So Modi is trying very hard. Modi is working for this. But let's see when we can achieve this. Nature once we can make beautiful again. Let's see. So, but like friendship, all of you know about friendship. So, how to achieve this value? Friendship is between you among you also, and that way also. If you talk globally, if you talk like India, Pakistan.
Understanding, respect,
Understanding, respect,
Open-minded.
open-mindedness,
acceptance,
acceptance. Okay.
Politeness.
So these are the instrumental values which you just mentioned. In acceptance also, it's very true, and understanding also. And what I've seen some videos, of on Pakistani channels, YouTube channels. So I found that the people of Pakistan, they are very good people, and they believe that India is like they're part of India. I mean, it's one country kind of. India, Pakistan is kind of one nation. So that feeling they have. But these things all are done by politicians actually. They want to just for their own gain they are doing so. They keep on playing game, and so that they can befool the people of both the countries. So that's the reason the difference. That's why this the matches which are Champions Trophy which has been organized. That is, it was organized actually in Pakistan only. Then one new venue was specially curated for Team India. So Indians are not going to Pakistan; they are playing in one country only. UAE, they are playing in Dubai only. So why it was not really needed, isn't it? India should have gone to Pakistan. Now they are blaming that because of security reasons or something else. Basically, there is a political reason behind this.
After 26/11, it happens. 26/11 के बाद
Yes. Yes. After 26/11, you're right. Absolutely, it happened after
Yes.
that. No, but it should not. We can extend our arm, isn't it? So that's not being done. So that's why we're not reaching this terminal value. This terminal value we're not reaching friendship between India and Pakistan. That's the reason for this.
Pulwama attack was the reason, sir.
No, 26/11 was the reason.
After that,
after 26/11,
Sir, the
India
relations
never went to Pakistan for the single city.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, the mutual relations between the countries were bad after the Pulwama attack, sir. After that, the celebrities were also started not to be a part of this country, and the relations were being getting bad between the countries.
सर बात कर रहे हैं तो सीरीज इंडिया क्रिकेट मैच की बात कर रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान की
He is
ओर
giving an instance.
To have the same example, let me just yes.
I think is between
So how it has become bitter between the countries, both the countries, because of lack of understanding. After the various political reasons, so plus the attack, Pulwama attack and other factors. So whatever is the reason is there. So it has happened for that one. It has spoiled now the relation. So we are not able to reach the friendship when we talk about two countries. We have taken example of India and Pakistan. Similarly, we can take example of Russia and Ukraine also here. And we can take example of your own also, with somebody if you are not in good terms. Okay, so why not in good terms? Because you are lacking the instrumental values you are lacking. That's why you are not in good terms. Okay, next is pleasure. For pleasure, freedom. So not necessarily, these are just example instrument. You can have your own instrumental values also. Okay, these are just an example only. So not necessarily that you have to match this with this. It's not necessary that. There's no matching as such. So to get that, pleasure in life, satisfaction in a confidence.
Sacrifice also. Sacrifice for
Sacrifice,
someone.
yes, this is good. Sacrifice, compromise, yes. Satisfaction, these are instrumental values. Okay, wisdom.
Open-mindedness.
Wisdom comes from experience only. Experience only.
Yes, wisdom also we get through experience. Right. So for that one, experience you have to gain. And to gain experience, what you need to do?
Try that.
Experiments you have to do.
Experiments give us.
Experiments also we can gain wisdom. See, suppose if you talk about a scientist, okay, so how he has got that wisdom, that scientific temperament. So how he has got because of through
Bad results.
experiments and experiences. So she is right also. Vinama is right in that. There's example of the one who invented bulb. So he failed how many times?
99.
How many times?
99.
99 times.
Yes.
Or 1000 times. That is not much. Okay, to read this something yes. Multiple times he failed, and then finally he was able to invent bulb. So he got a wisdom slowly. He gained wisdom. In life also we can gain wisdom through experience and through politeness. By reading a lot. Reading is also one instrumental value actually. So if you read, I've shared on that also recently in WhatsApp status about Shashi Tharoor. Have you heard of Shashi Tharoor?
Yes, sir. He's a speaker.
Shashi Tharoor is
a
politician also.
Yes, sir.
He's a politician
Yes.
and
And listening also is the most important thing for wisdom.
yeah, listening is also most. That's very good point, Jyotika. So we can clap for that. Listening is very important. Generally, we ignore listening. Okay. So Shashi Tharoor has mentioned clearly that his vocabulary is very good in English. It's outstanding. He uses such a lot of words that we have to look into the dictionary. We have to look up the words. Yeah, different words. And I've shared also in this English group also or the vocabulary which is used generally by Shashi Tharoor I've shared in English group also. She is there. Vinita ma'am is in that group. Other English teachers also. You are also there. Yes. Okay, she is also there. Okay. So there you have seen that. Yes.
अभी आपने कहा pleasure sacrifice से मिल सकता है.
I said because I also felt the same. Yes.
How
yes, to explain this.
तो सर हम किसी चीज के लिए सेक्रीफाइस करें, मान लो हमारा कोई सिबलिंग है या somebody else किसी के लिए भी, तो हमें एक इनर सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलती है, वो हमें प्लेजर देगा.
सोल्जर्स
satisfaction मिलता है. Pleasure मतलब आनंद मिलता है. आनंद नहीं मिलता.
No, we
तो खुशी भी मिलती है सर. अगर हम किसी के लिए सेक्रीफाइस कर रहे हैं, तो हम we are able to sacrifice for them. तो ये प्लेजर है.
No, she is right also. Like suppose you know those.
We have a capability to sacrifice. ये भी एक pleasure है sir.
You're
हम ये
right.
कर सकते हैं.
I think she is right. Absolutely right. Isn't it?
Then what is difference between pleasure and satisfaction?
Okay. What's the difference between pleasure and satisfaction?
सेटिस्फेक्शन से ही प्लेजर आता है। अगर हम सेटिस्फाई हैं तो हमें खुशी होती है कि हाँ संपूर्ण आनंद था। अगर हम सेटिस्फाई नहीं है तो हमें मतलब कि आनंद आता ही नहीं है। तो हम मिserable रहते हैं। अगर हम miserable नहीं है तो हमें प्लेजर रहता है।
Yes, sir.
I didn't read about Buddha also. Talking Buddha also, he has said clearly this thing. Pleasure can be achieved. Blissfulness, he has said. Blissfulness is higher, more than pleasure actually. Blissful is that when you're lost in the world and you are so very happy. Pleasure may be little short term also, but blissfulness is higher. Yes. So that is a very good example. This is true.
Satisfaction, then pleasure, and the last peace. Peace is the last terminal. Then we can be in the peace.
Yes, inner peace. That is true. Okay, social respect. So, what instrumental values do you require? Okay, don't go through this only. They are, you know, you can think through your own experience. What are the instrumental values to achieve social respect? Respect in society. How can you gain? What do you think?
By honesty.
By?
Honesty.
By honesty. Okay.
Being responsible also.
Responsible. Yes. By being honest.
By looking at all the aspects.
By looking at all the aspects. Right.
Money also provides respect.
Money also.
Social respect.
Treating people equally.
Okay.
Treating everyone equally.
Yes, yes. Treating people equally also. That's true. And she said, Ananya ma'am, that you know, happiness also. Helpfulness also. Helpfulness, yes. Helping others. And Ananya ma'am has pointed out one very important point, that is money also. Money also provides social respect.
Sacrifice also.
Sacrifice also, yes. Like Gandhiji sacrificed many other leaders. So it's so money we are talking about. Money provides. So money in what way it does? Like you know.
And we should be knowledgeable. If you are knowledgeable, then you can get respect.
Knowledgeable also, then also yes.
I feel that every instrumental value, what is written here, is helping to achieve each and every terminal values.
Yes.
Because each and every instrumental value requires to build each and every terminal value.
Right.
So we can say to achieve the social respect or even the family secret, everything, we should follow all these terms, because in every aspect, honesty is major concern, as well as the helpfulness. It should helpful to everyone. This is also like there are many examples, like you have told about Gandhiji also. So he generally he helps the people of India to get freedom, right? And what I have studied that Gandhiji is not properly from here. Like he is from here, but he is not properly. He has completed his education from a different country, right? Same as Nelson Mandela also. Like Nelson Mandela, you have read about. So each and every, what I believe that the greatest person who achieved some goal contains these all instrumental values. So. And what
Behavior also.
You can add lot of instrumental here also. Like you added also, so more you can add. Like money she has added for this for social respect. So what do you think? Money is very important.
No.
Sir, it creates the fake respect.
Sir, use of money.
Use of money.
Wise use of money.
Okay, this is also a good point. Use of money. Like somebody, I may be rich, but I will not use it, you know, for the people, the requirement of people. Then it doesn't make sense. People will think that he has money, but he is not spending. People are going for asking for help and for general society, for the welfare of the society. So then I may not earn social respect.
Like Ratan Tata.
Ratan Tata, yes. And if you talk about Adani, then
Elon Musk.
he doesn't have social respect because he doesn't use this money. He is just building his business and he's occupying, I think, a lot of other sectors. He's with negative image he has regarding this. In general public, it's not my personal opinion, but generally we see this. Okay,
Behavior also in social respect.
behavior also is. Behavior matters a lot. Always. Yeah. And how we treat people also. Okay. How we treat people is also important factor, isn't it? And last is family security. So family security for this
Courageous.
Money is also.
Money is only.
money is okay. Money okay. According to Mr. Rajkumar, Mr. Atul, money is number one.
So in today's time, respect is the most concern because
Family securities are like Trump plans, other things. We think about that.
Everything starts with money.
Money.
All the things start with money.
If I am not here, what about my family security? Money is the main important role of money.
Sir, I think the courage would be the better answer, sir. As if a person is courageous enough, he should sacrifice his own self.
If you are hungry, then you should courage.
Suppose you are not with your family, but if the family is courageous enough, they can earn a living. So you should be courageous enough, not should be dependent only on a person who is earning money. So money cannot be considered as a significant part of family security, but the family should have courageous so that they can live with you and without you, and they can continue with courage.
Very true.
Life responsible is also.
Responsible.
Because if you have all the money and you do not know how to spend that particular family security, then I guess it is of no use. So responsibility is also very important.
Yes, yes. Responsibility is also a very important factor. This is true, absolutely true. And
Support you.
courage, he said, that is fine. Yes?
Family should support you also. To provide emotional security also, like some child maybe the family may be rich, but if they don't they provide emotional support to the child, then he or she may suffer. Especially in the society, they should make such bonding which makes child secure in the society as well. Like social security, also finance, as I said, money should be there for them to give them financial security as well.
Exactly, is right. And for family security, what we need is that courage, as I said, is it's true, and to stand for the family. Maybe like courage, maybe in the different terms also. Physical courage, maybe also, for security. Sometimes suppose there's a burglary at home. That means there is a theft at home, and your house is broken and people have entered inside. And that time, suppose you have to show courage also at times, isn't it? So maybe you have to fight with them also for your safety. That was the example was there. One actor, Saif Ali Khan. Have you heard about him?
Yes.
Yes. One person entered into his building and he went to the top floor. Have you read about him?
Yes, sir.
So he was the one to come and he to fight with that person, with the thing. And although he was injured, and then he was courageous enough to go there to the hospital himself. Isn't it? So he stood for his family. So that is also required. Besides having money, this is important. Okay. So next we'll talk about sources of values. Sources of values. You all know that. How do we get values from? So next slide will go for teachers also, but this is the first one. So here we talk about parents and family. Isn't it? So here, this is the best source actually. This is the first one and the best one, the first one. Later on, about teachers and all. From there they can learn from school. So what values have you acquired from your parents?
Honesty, to be truthful,
Respect, sir.
Understanding, responsible, patient, affection,
Affection.
Punctuality.
Punctuality.
caring,
Caring. So a lot of values we acquired.
Love.
Right? So we move to the
Hard
next.
work.
Hard work. So the next is that what you mentioned just now. When they come to school, a child comes to school,
Society.
and society also is. Let's move to that. So here is teachers and classmates also. So the teacher, what values do you impart to your children? Respect is.
First thing that teacher should reach in time classroom
Punctuality.
and teach the students proper way and don't give the false information and don't be biased.
Very good. Yes. This is correct. Absolutely correct. Clap for it. That means a teacher should be a role model. So if a teacher is a role model, if he does everything correctly, then the values will automatically transmit. Isn't it? So that's a good point. Okay. So from classmates, like when you were students, still some of you are students also. You're doing some course or correspondence through correspondence you're doing, or even BEd also in your first week. So from classmates, what do you learn? Or what have you learned?
Cooperation.
Teamwork.
Helpfulness.
Okay, helpfulness.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing and caring. Okay. So a lot of values we get from the classmates. So next we'll go for this one, that is peer groups and friends. Peer groups. Peer groups like it's like classmates again. The class we'll talk about. Same age group. So what do you learn?
cooperation,
Cooperation.
responsibility.
Yes.
So this is the best part.
Best one. Yes.
Because due to this we can read up from every problem. Every problem has solutions from this friends, from the groups in which we are living.
Right. No, but you have just told me the values which you have sources of values are there. Good values you put. From there you can learn some bad values also. Like smoking. Students, they learn this thing, smoking, drug abuse, things like that. So those things also we get besides getting good values also. Okay. So also we can get from reference groups. Reference groups means from the people who we are influenced, isn't it? Maybe your role model, maybe some actor, maybe cricketer, maybe. From there also we get some inspiration. So from that is the source of values, isn't it? From Virat Kohli we will learn,
Yes.
and from other celebrities. So people give learning. So that is also from you can. I mean, some students they learn from you also, isn't it? So you may be the role model for them, or you may influence them a lot. Now, influence can be again positive and negative both. It depends, isn't it? Like Shah Rukh Khan, if you remember that, 5-6 years ago, he was found smoking in public in one KDS stadium in Mumbai. So many people may have learned something wrong there. I mean, youngsters generally, they have learned that. May have. Okay. So he was doing that. That was banned for 5 years.
He was told for this.
How many?
वो टोल किया गया उसके लिए.
I was told also, yes.
Social media, bloggers.
Yes. Are there many nowadays, on this social media influencers are also there? Isn't it? A lot of things to learn from them also. Okay. So So this one we've already done. This is just a recap of sources of values. Parents and family, we get teachers and classmates, peer groups and friends, reference groups, and through culture and tradition also we get values. Culture and tradition, of that you already do that, right? And so now we'll come to this slide. This is ethical dilemma. Okay, ethical dilemma. It is like a problem actually. Like in ethical dilemma means all of you know?
Yes.
What's the meaning of dilemma?
किम कर्तव्य विमूढ़
But which one we select? Both
Yes.
are good, but which one?
Which one will select? Yes.
Like our parents and
What to do and what not to do.
नहीं जैसे मैं ही सब कुछ ठीक हूँ ऐसा सोचते रहते हैं ना कि लोग कि मैं कह रहा हूँ ठीक है.
Yes,
तो
yes.
ऐसा रहता है.
That is also a problem, yes. So the situation may be there, some sort of opportunity may be there, which may, cut into two parts, whether what to do, what not to do. Okay, and Chandra ma'am has used Hindi word also, it is called?
किम कर्तव्य विमूढ़
Yes. Okay. So this meaning of this word is this. So you're not able to take action, decision, what to do, what not to do.
what is right or what is
What is
wrong.
wrong.
Like a war between the two countries.
Like a
War situation is between the two countries. So we cannot decide if we are from one country that it is right, but from another country it is wrong. That is the ethical judgment.
exactly. Yes, yes. That is true. Like in a country also, if you talk about India, Pakistan again, some people, they believe that most of them here that there should be war, so that it can be at one time everything will finish off and so there will be solution kind of. Some people say no, it should not be. Then there will be kind of will be also harmed,
Yes.
isn't it? That is also there. So that is kind of a dilemma. What to do, what not to do.
Switching from one job to another job.
Switching from one
One school
job
to another school.
Yes, yes.
One career to another career.
Yes, yes, this is true, yes, this is absolutely true. Like it may happen, like suppose we may have got chance in Dubai for example, as a teaching job, okay. And you think that should you go to Dubai, and you may feel that you have to stay for 4 years there, for example, okay, for 4 years. And then you think that 4 years then you cannot come back to India, it will be a problem for you, because you take care of your family also. So, so in the dilemma, but you believe that yes, you should go because there you paid in lakhs, maybe, for example, or whatever is there. So that may sort of, may be some kind of a dilemma for you, isn't it?
Yes.
So you're not able to decide what to do, what not to do. But this is also there. The picture is here. So here also, what do you think about this? This image which is there.
Which path is true? कि either I kill 4 people or 1 people.
एक को बचाओ, दो को बचाओ सर.
Well, I think one person should be killed because it is the collateral damage, sir. To save the others, there is some person that are need to be killed. That is considered as a collateral damage.
Okay, exactly. So Mr. Ravi Punya believes that this
ये भी हो सकता है।
from this side.
Yes.
नहीं सर ये भी हो सकता है जैसे वो जो ट्रैक है सर उस पे मैं खुद को बचाने के लिए 5 को मार ये भी हो सकता है।
Yes.
I can understand. Tell me again, yes.
So he is saying that if he is on that single person, he considers himself as that
He
single
considers
person.
himself.
Right? Others should be killed and he should save himself.
Okay. Right.
Then it also depicts
Dilemma.
his values and the
Yes.
But sir, there is one person behind the track. It's a changer. It's a route changer person. So
Exactly.
it depends on him that what decision he should be able to
Exactly. So that is the right. That is the
Actually, he is in
Let's
dilemma.
clap for her. So it depends on him actually what he should be done. If here Mr. Ravi Punya was there, then he
Right, that's confirm sir.
But the signal is over there.
single.
Because sir, sometimes if the big building collapse, the small buildings will get damaged. That will be considered as a collateral damage. to save the bigger first step, we have to do the small things or some damage to the small ones.
Right. It's very true. So with this, we conclude this one, this session, and hopefully you've understood everything. Silence between. So we'd like to thank you everybody for the wonderful session and to make it more interactive. Actually, it was far more interactive than I expected, and you participated a lot. So thank you so much, everybody. And we'll have some other sessions also this way in the future. Okay then, see you later.